Yeah, this example is very important. So that means using another video to talk about that more in detail. So we will talk about the outer block and inner block. And sometimes you can have two different variables. They're using the same name. For example, you see here, we have the main function. Your main function, you see you have your block. You have your braces is a block. So in line 11, I define a number variable. So then you see here, I ask the user, please enter a number greater than 0. So then you see we read the number into the number variable. So then you see here we have the if-else statement. So if the number greater than 0, okay, so then here we just want to play with you to show you sometimes you can have the same variable name. But you see here in line 17, even I already have in line 11, we have a number variable, right? But this variable scope is inside from line 9 to line 25 because this number variable scope is this block they are reside. So then you see in line 15, this number still means this line 11 number variable. But then as long as you can have another block, so you see after the if statement, we have line 16 to 22. So this one is another block. So in the block, if we want to define a variable, it's numbers, you can. So that's why here, if you want to access the number, this numbers variable, then you just define another variable. This line 11 and 17, they are different. On this number, we call that inner block number variable. This line 11 is outer block number variable. So that's why here. If you say, hi, then let's enter another number. So you just need to remember your number you enter differently. So we can see here, even we try to save this value you enter into the number. But this variable is inner block number. So then you see how the second number you enter is the number we display. But this number, the same thing. From lines 19 and 21, the numbers variable, they are all the same. It came from line 17. So then we finish this code block, right? So once you finish a code block, like earlier we say, your line 17, this number variable, only live in from 16 to 22. So after you finish this block, this variable is gone. Then when I display, see again, when I try to enter to display, your first number is what? So this number variable actually came from the number we define in line 11. So that we call the two variable with the same name scope. I know that's kind of a little confused, but then you should run on your IDE. So that's what we see how we run in the Cloud9. So let's run this program on Cloud9. So let me make that a little large so you can see that. And also I just give you the comments here. You see this one in number 11, this number is outer number variable. So then this one is the inner. So then when we display here and reading, they are inner. Okay, so you can run this program. So when we run this program, okay, so you should see here. Okay, so let me still move. Let you can see more. Okay, so you see here, I will enter the first number. So this number I enter is outer. So outer we do 100. So then you see here. Okay, then you see after you have outer 100 read, right? So if outer greater than 0, okay, then I come in here. So then you see they ask me to enter another number. Let me give them the negative 100. Okay, so then you will see here, after you have a negative 100, the second number you enter is negative 100. So that's you display here. Okay, but one thing is, if you try to display, so then after we finish, right, the second number you display is negative 100. So then you see in line 23, the first number you entered was 100. And also now it's not only because we say, oh, the first number you display is 100. It's actually here you will see, after you leave your inner block, right, the only number you can access, actually the only number you can access, like we say, after you leave your outer block, you can run again. So then it's the same thing, we enter 1,105. Okay, so we enter. Okay, so now it's -15. This one is inner. Okay, you see they display the inner. Okay, so once you finish this one, after you finish your code block, you see this inner variable will never be accessed again. That's their life. They only can live here. So that's why after you finish, the only number you can access is your outer numbers. Okay, so make sure you run this program to see if you understand what does that mean.